Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for visiting Rabbani Research. We will talk on ads that don't overstep. This is an article from HBR, that is Harvard Business Review, and we see that what we can learn from this. This presentation is based on ads that don't overstep by Leslie Kejon, Tammy Kim, and Kate Barras from Harvard Business Review. Internet has dramatically expanded modern marketing toolkit with transformative development, that is digital data. With users regularly sharing personal data online and web cookies tracking every click, marketers have been able to gain unprecedented insight into consumers and save up solutions tailored to their individual needs. The results have been impressive. Research has shown that digital marketing meaningfully improves the response to advertisements and that ad performance declines when marketers access to consumers' data. The change. The widespread sharing and collection of personal data online has given marketers unprecedented insight into individual consumers, embracing them to serve up solutions finally targeted to each person's needs. But there is also evidence that this practice can lead to consumer backlash. The digital dilemma. Marketers need to understand that when personalized ads will be met with acceptance to annoyance, social scientists already know a lot about what triggers privacy concerns, and these norms can inform marketers' actions online. The insight. Consumers dislike two techniques: using information obtained on a third-party website rather than the site on which the ad appears, and using inferred information about the consumer, for instance about a pregnancy. Understanding their objections can help companies create ads that honor consumers' privacy expectations. The privacy paradox. People don't always behave logically when it comes to privacy. For example, we often share intimate details with total strangers while we keep secrets from loyal ones. Nevertheless, social scientists have identified that several factors that predict whether people will be comfortable with the use of their personal information. One of these factors is fairly straightforward: the nature of the information. Common sense holds that the more intimate it is, that data on sex, health, and finances are especially sensitive, the less comfortable people are with others knowing it. The mitigating backlash. But it's not all bad news. Three factors can increase the upside of targeted ads that both marketers and consumers, taking them into account, will help marketers provide personalized ads that inform consumers of products that they want and need, but in a way that feels acceptable. Trust is a common practice that advertisers currently use to preempt targeting backlash is to offer voluntary ad transparency. Many now display ad choices icon, a blue symbol indicating that the accomplishing ad has been tailored to the individual recipient's characteristics. In some cases, consumers can click on the icon to find out why the ad has been displayed to them. In 2014, Facebook introduced a similar "Why am I seeing this ad?" feature on its site. Guidelines for digital marketers. When it comes to ad personalization, there is a fine line between creepy and delightful. So it could be tempting to conclude that safest approach is to keep people in the dark, to obscure the fact that personal information is being used to target consumers, especially when advertising products of a more sensitive nature. Indeed, that's what Target reportedly tried after its pregnancy promotion scandal. It started arbitrarily and inserting coupons for random items in its mailing to expecting mothers, so the baby products ads would look incidental and less conspicuous. It might also be tempting to manipulate consumers by giving them meaningless opportunities to feel in control that create a false sense of empowerment. Stay away from sensitive information. In particular, try to avoid using anything about health conditions that include sexual orientation and so on. Similarly, Facebook recently updated its policies preventing advertisers from basing their targeting on personal attributes such as race, sexual orientation, and medical conditions. This move presents challenges to companies that sell sensitive goods, which may want to avoid targeting altogether. Rather, such firms should consider finding their customers in ways that don't involve using personal data. By advertising on websites those customers are likely to visit. For example, commit to at least a minimum amount of transparency. There is a wide spectrum between concealment and full disclosure, with many acceptable points between the two. As a general rule of thumb, we suggest that marketers at least be willing to provide information about data use practices upon request. Such disclosures should be clear and easily accessible. This is one of the purposes of Ad Choices icon. Interested consumers can click on it to learn why they are seeing this ad and opt out of the targeted advertising. But the icon isn't disruptive to consumers who are less privacy sensitive. Simply having it on a website can be beneficial and in and of itself can foster trust. Use data judiciously. Data collection opens up all sorts of innovative and clever insights into consumers. But again, we counsel restraint. Consumers react poorly when personal information is used to generate a recommendation for an advertising that feels intrusive or inappropriate. Conversely, they will give advertisers more leeway if they are delighted by recommendations. For example, Stitch Fix, the subscription service clothing retailer, knows a lot about its customers, including information people typically prefer to keep private, such as the weight and bra size. But this information is extremely useful to the site's service of curating a package of clothing pieces that suit the customers, delivering to her doorstep. Justify your data collection. We also suggest that marketers explain why they are collecting personal information and how it will generate more appropriate and useful ads. This is especially true when it might not be obvious to consumers why a given piece of information is necessary for them. LinkedIn justifies its data usage policy as follows. We use the data that we have about you to provide support, personalize, and make our services, including ads, more relevant and useful to you and others. Such disclosures can also act as a mission statement of sorts for employees, again helping to prevent abuse. Try traditional data collection first. Marketers should not forget that they can and they should still gather information from customers the old-fashioned way without digital surveillance. While Stitch Fix draws a great deal of inferences about consumers' preferences from their online behavior, it also makes extensive use of surveys in which consumers can reveal at will that their tastes and physical attributes. Other firms that rely heavily on making accurate information and recommendations to customers, such as Amazon and Netflix. They also give consumers an opportunity to directly state their preferences. Supplementing less transparent ways of using consumers' information with more open ones can decrease feelings of invasiveness. More important, it can also provide a richer picture of the customer, facilitating even better recommendations. Of course, gathering data directly from consumers is costly and may sometimes be impractical as well. For one, response rates to consumer surveys are notoriously low, but if they have to report to third-party information, marketers can give consumers meaningful control over how it will be used. For example, both Google and Facebook let users have considerable say about ways they can be targeted. Wish you best of luck. We are business consultants based in Pakistan. If you need to accelerate your organizational performance and transform your company to meet the upcoming business challenges for a better tomorrow, please contact us for a turnaround. You can find us at rabbaniresearch.net. Trust Rabbani for quality competence. Thank you so much.